He's an effeminate, heterosexual dork. Which he and I both fall into this.
That.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep.
Well, he seems to have done it all. Teen movie icon, Emmy-winning sitcom star, comic book supervillain, and now he's back on the New York stage in the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
Please welcome the one and only Jon Cryer.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yes, that's the pose. This is your studio audience applause.
Yes, I know. I'm just drinking it in.
Do you see? Is the applause sign?
Thank you.
Let me see. Do you steal your wife's skincare? Let's see.
What? Do I think my skin is fantastic.
Your skin is wonderful.
Hello, hey. Thank you. I'm all about skincare.
As well you should.
Let's talk skincare just for the whole segment. That's what we should be about here.
Lotions are
Lotions
I'm all
and
about
potions.
Lotions.
I love that you two know each other.
Kind of, yeah.
Yes, I've been a fan.
I've been a fan.
I always love your man on the street stuff.
Thank you.
You know,
you and I are very similar, and that gave me comfort to know how wonderfully successul and how kind you are as well.
Oh well, thank you.
See,
gosh,
stars are just like us.
They
are empathetic.
I'm living proof. Look at this.
This is it.
This is it, folks.
This is what you get. Look, it's just like you're over your own shoulder right now. You're just judging yourself.
Oh yes, wait. Let me get
All right, let's get to the housekeeping,
Okay.
shall we?
Let's get to the business.
Back to the stage, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
Yes,
this is not your first rodeo, though, because you were actually in it once before.
No, I've never done the 25th annual Putnam County
You weren't
Spelling
a guest.
Bee.
You weren't a guest
Oh, I
speller.
was a guest speller.
Come on,
yes.
we did the research.
Thank you. Thank you for doing your research. I'm sorry for contradicting you. Please don't hurt me. No, yes, I was a guest speller in the show. We 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee is just this incredibly fun, beautiful experience if you've ever gone to see it.
Not yet.
And what they do is they take members of the audience and they bring them up and they participate in this insane musical spelling bee. And I did that once and just fell in love with the show. Just absolutely fell in love with the show. And amazingly, a couple weeks later, the producers called and said, "Hey, one of the parts is opening up. Would you want to be in the show?" You know, and that's an unusual thing to happen at all. It's not usually like you go to a show and then you get a call from the producers later and they say, "Oh, you want to be in it?" That doesn't happen very often.
It was a default.
Yes.
We're desperate, please.
But I loved it so much, and it's a great. It's fun to be a part of it because there's a certain amount of improv. You're dealing with the new audience members every night, but the music is also amazing and beautiful and stirring, and this cast is astonishing. They're all going on to wonderful and amazing things, and we just got extended through October 11th. Which is very exciting.
We all clapped 3 different ways just
yes,
now.
I know.
This is how the Gen Zers clap. But this was also a 70s thing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
We're all weird.
But at any rate, so yes, that's why I'm in New York and having a wonderful time, and it's great to be back on stage.
But I'm saying you're backstage because you're a stage guy. I mean, you have tons of experience on stage. Is there an element to stage that you're like, this feeds my soul? Like I love TV, I love film, but this stage feeds my soul.
There is something about getting on the subway and going to work, and suddenly you're on a Broadway stage or an off-Broadway stage, and suddenly there's something about it that's an amazing life, and you do 8 shows a week, and that's really demanding, but it's also, it's sort of like a badge of honor. Like one of the cast members in the show, we get our little cool musical theater microphones taped on our necks every show, and he likes leaving the neck thing so that you can see that there was tape there. That's like
he brandishes it.
Right. Exactly. You know you are a working actor in musical theater. It's a badge of honor.
Better than being a plumber in some regards, which is what your mother said.
Exactly.
When you said, "I want to be an actor," and she said, "How about plumbing?"
How about plumbing?
A vocation like plumbing. She wasn't wrong. Have you ever had a plumber at your house at like 2 in the morning?
Oh no, God love them.
Yeah.
Plumbers. Plumbers are gifts from the heavens.
Yeah.
Thank you, plumbers.
Thank you, plumbers.
This is really why I'm on this show.
Because he wants to
thank the plumbers.
And talk about skincare.
Exactly. No, but seriously, I'm glad that people are starting to realize that they need, like, we don't just need people to fix our computers. We need people to
use their hands and all that sort of business. I don't want to make a hard left. Pretty in Pink, Ducky. There was no easy transition. I just went right into it.
And you did it.
I did it.
Plumbing doesn't relate to Ducky.
No, it doesn't need to. Doesn't need to the way you do it.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yep.
Yes, Pretty in Pink is. It is astonishing to realize that came out in 1986. So that came out fully 40 years ago. And you know, and I still Andrew McCarthy actually is in town doing a play.
He's in the back. He's fixing the wall.
He's about to step on. Bring him out.
Come on, Andrew.
Bring him out, Andrew.
This is your life.
And Molly, I think, is doing that same play, just at a different week. She's doing the same play.
The longevity on this original cast.
Yeah, we love it. We were all very serious about it when we did it back in 1986. We were like teenagers, and we're like, we're serious actors.
There you are.
And we're doing a movie called Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
You know, it's about proms. It's like, how serious can you be?
It shaped a generation.
Sure
But
did.
actually, it has real staying power. A lot of it because Molly and Andrew really took this seriously. I was a buffoon, but they took it very, very seriously, and it has stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, buffoon.
Okay.
You gave guys like me hope. You said it's possible.
You're welcome.
Just because you're in the friend zone your entire life doesn't mean you can. At the end, there was a nod to the lady, and it happened. A lot of celebrities are going back and doing like the recreating thing. Would you ever recreate the Otis Redding record shop
I
thing?
have. I've done that. I did it on James Corden's show a few years ago. It was super fun. Although at the end of it, I was like, I'm out of breath.
Just the feet movement alone.
Just from the rapid feet movement.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've played around with it a few times. We've Andrew and Molly and I have gotten together for various fan conventions and stuff like that, and that's been really fun.
Yeah.
Because you learn stuff. I mean, like I didn't know that Molly didn't even expect me to do the big dance in the record store.
Really?
She did not. The first time she saw it, it was a surprise to her. So
you can tell by her face in the movie.
You can tell. I mean, absolutely. I only found that out because we did a panel together, and she mentioned that. I was like,
and it was like a
what?
confessional.
Yeah.
You still got it in there? You still got that dance in there?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can still move. I'm lucky. I'm still fairly ambulatory.
Yeah.
That's a $100 word right
Yes,
there.
thank you.
Okay.
No, I try to stay in record store performing.
In mode.
Yes.
Well, if you don't do it, I would like to take it and try it for myself, if you don't mind. One day.
Okay.
Next time I'm in a record store.
Yeah, bring it. I won't stop
we'll
you.
have a dance off.
Jon, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you.
We
Thank
appreciate
Thank you for being here.
You could see him, this one, 25th Annual Putnam County